My name is Vartan Manukian and I'm a practicing paralegal in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is video number 3 and is entitled The Initial Interview with a Client. Reviewing the summary of the facts prior to the initial interview will allow you to focus on the critical aspects of the case. I find it helpful to provide a copy of the summary to the client as it makes the interaction easier. It also impresses and assures your client that you've done work and are interested in your client's matter. From this preparation, a client will form first impressions of you, such as to whether you are the person for the job. Hopefully, through your preparedness, you will win your client's confidence. Preparation for the trial commences when events are fresh in your client's mind. Although this is not often possible, as a client may come to you long after being charged. In addition to your client's recollection, wherever possible, you should get the account of key witnesses to corroborate your client's version of the event. During the initial interview, assess whether your client will make a good witness, and if not, what steps can be taken to transform your client into a better witness. One way to achieve this is to have other members of your firm conduct mock examination in chief or cross-examination. I often say to my clients that the trial process is not as much what you say, but how you say it. I often limit the number of people at the initial interview. Family members, friends, or relatives may have good intentions, but may hinder the interview process. More importantly, what they say is not subject to the paralegal client privilege if they are compelled to testify in the future. Another helpful step during the initial interview is to introduce your client to other members of the firm who may be working on the case. At the end of the initial interview, you will present to your client a retainer agreement. A retainer agreement can be a sum of money that your client deposits in your trust account to be used for services to be rendered at a later time, or a document that describes the scope of services to be rendered and how legal fees are calculated for the matter at hand. While explaining the retainer agreement, point out specific paragraphs and have your client initial these. A carefully crafted retainer agreement is your protection against unscrupulous or disgruntled clients who may complain against you and seek relief from your insurer. Most clients will want to sign the retainer agreement at the end of the initial interview. However, it is good practice to provide your client with the opportunity to sleep overnight and return the completed retainer agreement. So remember, at the first interview, your client will form first impressions of you, such as to whether you are the person for the job.